Well, today is fall food plot plantings. We did some midnight tilling here in central Minnesota. Wow, we had to get it done. We got this huge rain coming tonight. Ran out of time just with work and life and everything going on, so we had to be out here in the middle of the night yesterday or last night, a few hours ago, whatever. It's July 31st. We got seed in the ground on that west end. Now we're gonna plant the rest of this here. We're gonna do some experimenting today. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for this fall. This is a 20-acre parcel, and I think it's gonna set up really well for hunting, and we're gonna make it set up really well for hunting. So stay tuned, follow along, subscribe, and don't miss out on the soon to come content on this 20 acres and other things we're doing on the land. It's gonna be a good fall. Right now we got these two lanes here, two separate lanes, and we're gonna plant in this one right here radishes. So this is a tillage radish. We're just gonna experiment to see if the deer prefer this lane or the purple top turnips in that lane, and be kind of a fun experiment, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see if they go back and forth at different times of the year. I know different times of the year they might prefer one side or the other, but I'm curious if they're gonna find something that gets them to move back and forth. And that might be a cool theory to put to the test, because that might change how we do food plot strategies and stuff in the future. And might be a thing we're able to manipulate to keep deer on your property longer, especially with small parcels. You get the small window to even get the deer on your property, but once they're here, try to get them to stay here as long as possible. Don't overpressure them. Have a lot of fun and experiment. So that's what we're doing today. Here we go. That end, we already got that fall buck blend in there. It's got just about a little bit of everything for fall food plots. So we're gonna see what does well. And we got that same blend kind of further up by a pond over here. So that'll keep, like, if there's something really good there, it might attract them back that direction, keep the deer on the property again. And then we got another epic food plot over here. We're gonna just do a mixture of the brassicas, turnips, radishes, and then we're going to do oats in there as well. But that's gonna come in a little bit. We wanna hit this rain hard, and we'll share with you how it goes. Follow along for a lot more. Let's go. All right, we are gonna start planting this main destination food source here on this 20 acres. Right now we've got at least an acre tilled up. We're gonna do some experimenting with this one. So you kind of have these two rows here of tilled areas, and we're gonna have this center one and this outside one that are gonna be for something later. But now on this back U, we're gonna put in a mix that's kind of got all kinds of stuff in it. Let's go check it out. So this one, so we got, today we're gonna be planting Soil Buster radish, which is just your tillage radish, purple top turnips, and we're gonna do some winter rye in there as well. That's not much, but it's just a kind of a tester. But in this back U, we're gonna try this fall blend, and part of it is to get a lot of different stuff planted in here and test it out and see what grows, and have the best chance to at least have something in this back end that's kind of attracting the deer to a spot we don't hunt. So this has got lots of stuff. It's got rye grain, oats, clover, chicory, turnips, radishes, sugar beets, and winter peas. And what that's gonna do is gonna give us a lot of variety, lots of greens, And it's even gonna have bulbs for late fall hunting as well during our muzzleloader season here in Minnesota. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go plant the back U here. It's gonna be about a half an acre of that fall blend. And then this side, we'll either do radishes and turnips, and then the other will be the other. So I think, let's say we do that one, we're gonna do that radish in there, and then here we're gonna do the purple top turnip, just as an experiment to see how one does versus the other in the soil, and just to see if the deer prefer to go down that lane or that lane at different times of the year. So that'll be kind of fun. And we're gonna mix in some of that rye grain into each one just as an additional filler in there. Because if you do get some extra space, maybe we get lucky and that rye grain takes off. But we're gonna actually come in and overseed a lot of oats here this fall yet. It is, let's see, awesome, July 31st, and we are planting. This is going to be an awesome fall. More to come. Let's get to planting. I'm so excited for this fall. This plot right here, I think, is going to produce some awesome results. I got this feeling about it. That tree right there, there'll be 2 hang-on stands right in there. One for me and my wife, or me and a buddy of mine to film some deer out of this plot. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but it ain't gonna be bad, that's for sure. So we're gonna seed this right now. This is the focal point of this 20 acres. Like, this is the hub, the best food. There's gonna be water. It's gonna have the communication scrape, or that mock scrape that we're gonna set up right here. That's gonna be like, every buck that comes onto this 20 wants to go to that spot, and that's what's gonna be right here. Now, the big keys to making this successful here is having that 2 acres of destination food there. We want to have as many deer attracted to this spot and hold them as long as possible. We want those bucks to know when they come here, they know there's does, hands down. We're gonna do some hinge cutting up in those cottonwoods and some cottonwoods down that direction. And in this little finger of trees, that's gonna allow us to hold a couple does here for this fall. And then we've got one last food plot over there.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.